Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to our special moment tonight. We have our special guest who is with us tonight right now, and please show some love for Henry Ahomana, yeah, aka Kid Stally.
Yo, what's up,
Yo,
everybody?
malo muas
Hello, hello.
takowa.
Hey.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. And before we get started, mate, how you going? And how you going through this COVID?
This is a question I get asked a lot. I'm actually doing good, man. Like better than what I am when I'm actually working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome, bro. As long as you're still healthy, mate. You're still alive and healthy. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
All right. So, Henry, can you just tell us a little about your background and where do you come from in Tonga?
Yeah. So I was born in Tonga, obviously, but I come from a little place called Sopo.
Sopo. So you're a Sopo
Yeah.
shark?
I don't know. Like I left Tonga when I was 5,
Yep. Okay.
and then we moved to New Zealand.
Yep.
And then we went to South Island after 2 years. We kind of moved around a lot. So like
Yep.
when I get asked this question, it's like it's never a stable place where I stayed at.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. How old are you as well, if you don't mind me asking? You look very young, mate.
26.
Oh, geez. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, 94 gang.
Yeah. 94.
All right.
Yeah, so someone's choking over there. I'll just jump in. So so what is it that you do for a living?
So I work in warehousing. Like I operate machinery like forklifts and high reaches and stuff. But obviously with ever since COVID happened, our warehouse got shut down.
Oh, yep.
But it reopened back up, so I had the chance to go back. But I'm enjoying like the freedom, the staying home,
Oh, yes.
waking up whenever.
For real. Okay, so
Yeah.
so I did see you on The Voice. That's how I actually knew who you were. So I just wanted to ask, how was your experience on The Voice?
It was actually really fun. Like the whole show was actually filmed 7 months ago.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's filmed. Yeah. So like a lot has happened in that 7 month gap,
Yeah.
and like yeah. So it's just funny to look back at like what I used to do and stuff like that. But I guess you have to you go through stuff in life, and
Yeah.
you live and you learn. But it was fun. Like I got to meet a whole lot of people and made good friends.
Yeah.
Some of my friends are actually the ones who made it further,
Yeah.
and the one of the girls, Bella, she's actually a worship leader at Hillsong.
Yes, I have seen
yeah.
a video, and I just didn't know whether it was really her or not because she had different color hair in the Hillsong video
Yeah,
that
yeah,
went
yeah.
viral.
Yeah,
But yeah, she
yeah,
did amazing.
she's an amazing singer.
Yeah.
And also Jordan and the sister, I'm friends with Jordan, so like so just to see him like go far, and it was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Henry, how was it to perform live in front of all those fans? So all those fans are there in the studio at that time.
Yeah.
So was it pretty like scary, or did you want to walk off, or you just had to fight?
I mean, I already walked on, so I wouldn't ever think of walking back out. But like, I think what was more nerve wracking was the fact that the seats are turned.
Yeah.
Because I'm always used to singing to whoever I'm supposed to,
Yeah.
impress and stuff. But then, once the crowd got into it, I just kind of didn't worry about the seats turning or anything like that. I just kind of, gave the show as it was, and just hope for the best. If the seat doesn't turn, and it doesn't turn. And I think it's important as well that you go in with a mindset of not expecting too much.
Yeah, that's
because I've auditioned for a lot of stuff, and I think the mistake I used to make when I went on the X Factor was, because I kind of had like a platform where people are like constantly telling me that you're a good singer and all this. It got to my head a little bit, So like when I went on the X Factor, I had too much expectation.
Yeah.
And like when they say no, that reject kind of plays with your mind a lot, and you kind of question everything. So like for me to experience this, it was just a whole different mindset. So I like kind of just went in there and just focused on having fun, and yeah, I think that's what I did.
Oh, that's the main thing, man. How was it to actually meet those coaches like on The Voice?
Yeah,
like
being in the same
real
room.
life.
It was unreal, man. Like seeing them after the audition was actually, was good enough, because I actually seen these celebrities where I see and like grew up with all the music, but to see them in person was like an unreal experience. But then like at the end, I didn't know you had to walk towards them to actually like greet them and stuff.
Yep.
I think that was the biggest, highlight for me, is actually, getting to shake their hands and just,
Yeah.
it's just that wow moment, you're like,
Yeah.
man, like these are the people that I see,
TV.
smash up the stages
Yep.
and like do concerts and stuff, and I'm actually right next to them.
Yep.
So I think that was the biggest highlight for me. Yeah.
So like I've seen that I've seen your Instagram page, and I've seen like you've posted a few like covers of songs, even worship songs. Like
Yeah.
So are you part of a church community? Like
Yeah. So that's why I was laughing, because since that was filmed 7 months ago, like just to like the lifestyle that I was in back then, it was kind of different. But like as I walked away from like the audition, I kind of thought to myself, man, like people are gonna know me as this guy. Like that's how I'm gonna be labeled. And for me as a Polynesian, I don't want to be known as something like that.
yeah.
But I was always brought up around church. The thing is, I've never actually committed to a church until after that audition. So that's why I was laughing, because I actually, fully committed and gave my life to Jesus. Like, and that's when I connected with Hillsong.
Oh, that's aim.
And that's when I met, like, I've seen Bella at, like, on the stage and everything like that. So just to kind of re-watch what happened, it's not a disappointment, but it's like a look back, and learn. Like, it's a learning lesson. So like, just take it as it comes. People are going to know you as this, but you always have time to improve, and set a different standard for yourself. So that's why like my content's very different now. Everyone's like, oh, I seen you on The Voice. You're like this, but then you're like singing worship, and I'm like, yeah. What people don't actually know is that was filmed 7 months ago. So it's like, in that period of time, I kind of evolved and changed into a different lifestyle.
Oh, hey Toko, it's your longtime friend Tale here. I just want to ask you a question.
What's up, Tale?
Hey Toko, I've been watching you on YouTube, and I remember that you joined the Mr. World, and you were representing Tonga. And I remember that you won the talent competition by singing one of your gospel song or whatever, the cover song that you sang at the competition. So how does it feel to win that competition inside the Mr. World?
Honestly, man, like I didn't like again. Like going into that, I like all the insecurities and stuff came out, because I got to see 72 different people, and like you see all the Latin American countries, the African countries, and you're like, man, what am I even doing here? Like, but what I didn't realize until speaking to my mom. My mom's a massive spiritual woman, so she'd always bring me from Perth and like keep reminding me that I'm not there to please other people. I'm there, because it's an experience that I was fortunate enough to get chosen for. You know,
that's right, bro.
And like what she always tried to remind me is our island and our country is not very known, and the fact that I get to give a little glimpse of what our country is, that's the biggest achievement. And like I didn't really understand it, and then as the competition went through, I stuck to to being with God throughout the competition. I just said, whatever happens, like I don't know why I'm here. Like I guess I'm just it's an experience that I've been chosen for. But whatever happens, I hope first of all to give you the glory, and like second to make an impact for our Polynesian people. Yeah. To kind of see that if I can do it, like no one really knows who I am, but if I can do it, then anybody can. So it's like that's what went through my mind, the bigger picture, which is our Polynesian community coming up. And you see it all around now. So it's just nice to see that. But to answer your question, Dale, it's just, I didn't actually think I'd win. Because like, again, I seen the competition and I'm just like, you know, like I said, whatever happens, happens. And like when he announced, not me winning it, but the fact that he said Mr. Tonga, to hear our country name reigned over 10,000 people was the best feeling. Because I didn't care about my name being out there. It's the fact that Tonga was like reigned to people that didn't even know our country. Because what kind of hurt me the most is I asked a lot of these guys if they knew where Tonga was and they had no clue. And like when they
put us on the map, bro.
Yeah, they searched it up on the map. They seen the label Tonga, but no country, you know, like no.
Oh.
There was just a speck on there. And I'm like, zoom in, you can, you know, it's there.
We're there.
But yeah, man, it's amazing because now I've actually had the opportunity to make new friends from all over the world. And like, if this COVID thing didn't happen, like I'd be traveling around the world and, you know, I'll be fortunate enough to have a home like nearly every country that I go to, you know, so it's just, man, it's a blessing from God, man. Like I give him the glory because, I don't take any of the credit. It's just, you know, I was lucky enough to get chosen and just represent Tonga, so it was good.
That's awesome, bro. If this COVID ends soon, and when you do start traveling the world, do you need any security guards, any bodyguards?
100%.
In the studio ready.
I think DJ One Time, and Dale will be at the top of that list. We both know Taekwondo, and we know hit and run. So yeah.
I just have one more question for you. Sorry.
I'm not a very big guy, so yeah, I'll definitely need some security.
Mate. Oh yeah, just let us know when do we start because as soon as we see your number call, mate, we're picking up on the first ring.
Yeah, sweet.
But in all seriousness, no, like to see someone so young and talented, like, you know, it's so encouraging to hear your journey with the music. And although, like, you know, at times we fail, like, you know, and you have that mature mentality behind what you're doing. And I guess that's what's encouraging to the other young people out there who want to do what you want to do, but they're just too scared to do it. So giving them something else to look forward to rather than just winning all the time. But I guess like the process of refining and, you know, praise God that you've, you know, moved to like Christian music and only by the grace of God that happens. And so encouraged by you. So, you know, just wanted to ask, what's in store for the future? Like, do you have any plans music wise?
So, you know, the coolest thing about this whole journey with God that I've had for the last 6 months is that when I walked into Hillsong's motto is come as you are. So they don't care what your past life is or anything like that. They drop it at the door when you walk in, you know?
Yeah.
So just to go in there and tell my pastor, because my pastor is Samoan, my team leader, and he's Samoan, and I told him about it. And like, even when they seen the video, you know, because I'm in the group, they seen the video and they still like, you know, they're still amping me up. They're still praising and stuff. And they're like, oh, it's just good to see you out there. And I'm like, yeah, man, like, as you guys see, that's the past life that I had. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. You know, it's only up from here now on. And like, you got to make mistakes to learn, you know, it's the first, like, I have an acronym, FAIL stands for first attempt in learning.
Yeah.
So you always have to fail before you learn, you know?
Exactly.
But another thing, I guess, is like, when I pray about what's in store for the future, I used to pray for fame. I used to pray, you know, obviously to be rich and stuff. But like, I'm going to be straightforward with that. Obviously, because coming from a family of nothing, you kind of want to, you know, get to a stage where you can do a lot for your family, you know.
Yeah.
But then I kind of sat back, and every time I attended church, you know, the testimonies and stuff that I hear, it's more refreshing to put God in your finances, put God in your future and everything like that. And everything just falls into place. And that's what I've seen. Like, I've grown so much, not only financially, but like just in my spirit, you know,
spiritually. Yeah.
Like I feel more free. I don't feel like a load on my back. Whenever I feel like pressure coming down on me, I just pray and just, release it all and just give it to him. And then I'll relax the rest of the week. But I guess I just want to get far in music, as in, I don't want to be like Chris Brown or whatever like that. I want to put out music, because what my pastor said that made me feel better was when I walked into church, I used to go, oh man, now I'm in a church that you're only allowed to sing church music. But the pastor actually turned around and goes, there's nothing wrong. Jesus doesn't say there's anything wrong about making a banger hit of like pop song or R&B or whatever, The difference is people have made R&B and pop music about sex, money, drugs, and alcohol and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But as you see, like Boys to Men back then, it's just all lovey-dovey songs. Like it's just about love. It portrays things about love, and God is love. And that's the most important thing. And I guess that's where I want to go. I want to go far in music, whether it's performing with Hillsong or just whatever. Like for me now, my mindset's changed. It's not about money. It's not about fame. I just want to be successful in what He's given, like for me.
Amen.
Oh, bro, that's awesome, bro.
We've got Taha crying over here.
Yeah, we've got a few tears shed from myself and Tale. But Toko, can you please just sit tight for a few seconds? We just want to play an ad, and then we'll come back to our interview, bro.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
O ku mau ho o sari o te whewhanonga aki, ua taimi ke whetongia e vae ho o kā pe veni. Ma whahe siwata, pe ma koko ho o mea lele. Tā mai lewa he ahoni kia mai kolo I he Simran Auto Care and Smash Repairs. He noa wha taha nima valwalu wha taha hiwa taha. I o mea lele matapā ua pe matapā wha. Puho uhila fo o, pe whetongi koe ho o lolo. He mau lava o toho foki ho mea lele, kia tatongi sisi I mo whaka atui. Puha kia, roadworthy mo service I ho o kā. O e teke toi tatari. Ka ke tala noa mai lewa kia mai kolo he whika telefoni noa whahataha nima valuvalu wha taha hiwa taha. Simran Auto Care and Smash Repairs. Mō ni te ke tokonaki, valu pongpongi ke nima tolu noa e whiawhi. Koe mautua sila, koe whika tolu A, tolu valu nima noa Mount Lizzie Highway I Park Ridge. Pe tā mai kia mai kolo I he noa whahataha nima valuvalu wha taha hiwa taha. Want to win cash with Digicel International? Well, get ready to flip $20 to $100. You could be one of 10 lucky weekly winners with a major chance to win $100 cash prize. When you send home $20 or more in top-up, remittance, or a prepaid bundle through our app or from any Digicel International retail outlet, you'll have the chance to win $100 cash prize. Every week is a chance to win with Digicel International. Promotion is valid until September the 3rd for Australia, New Zealand, and US customers only.
Thank you to all our sponsors. Sorry, bro, we just had to pay some bills right there, and this boat doesn't float, on its own. We have massive support from the community, and thank you to our sponsors. But Togo, I just have a very special question for the ladies out there. So I think everyone wants to know, mate. What you doing, and
what are you?
Are you single, mate? Are you single? This is a question for the fans out there.
Yeah, not beating around the bush.
Henry Ahomana, aka Kid Stally, are you single?
So I've just recently come out of a relationship, but like, I guess the answer is yes, but
yes and no.
Yeah, not looking, not interested.
Yeah, sorry girls. We just had a lot of people tune off and sorry.
Sorry girls, he's only in love with God.
And he's still, he's in a place where he does not want to be disturbed. Thanks for that, bro. Toko Tale has one question for you, bro.
Just one more question in Tongan, because a lot of fans here text me saying, can you speak in Tongan with the question that I'm about to ask you. Koe haho advice kia ki nau tolu ko o whemau ke nau hoko ko ha mō tolo I he future pe koe kahau. Can you answer that?
Yeah.
You can answer in English if you want.
Do you want me to answer in Tongan or English?
they said in Tongan, but like, do whatever.
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with, bro.
Um, I guess the advice I'd give is probably you got to start. You know, like you got to make the first step. You can't just put your words out there that you want to do it. I mean, it all starts with the thought, but you got to actually take action. You know, you got to go out seeking for it. Just like you seek out everything else. You know, if you're hungry for something and you put your mind to it, then it'll happen.
Yeah.
But to become a Polynesian model, it's kind of it's up to you really. You know, like you got to be able to back yourself up and just be confident in yourself. So a big thing that I learned was I had to work while I was in the industry. Was confidence in myself.
Yeah.
You know, I had a lot of insecurities, especially when I see guys, you know, that look very exotic, and I'm just like, man, I don't even know why. But you got to understand that you've been chosen for a reason. You know, there's potential that other people see in you that you probably haven't seen yourself. So I think my biggest advice is just to have more faith in yourself and kind of find your grounding in yourself first.
Yeah, that's totally true. Like once you know your true identity, I think nothing else matters, and those insecurities won't really occur as much as they would if you didn't know who you really were. And that's
because I think I think the biggest thing nowadays that have a problem is social media.
Yeah.
Because that's what I found is when you constantly seek out models on social media.
Yeah.
You gotta remember that social media is probably the most fakest place you'll ever find. You know, the people that are so rich and like, you know, that have clout all over their Instagrams. There's things they do for that to look. It's the thing that we have as humans. Like, you know, when we see, we immediately get you know, we want that lifestyle. You know.
Yeah.
But like as my journey went on with God. I read a passage that says you have to be happy with what you have now for you to get, you know, the ultimate blessing.
Yeah.
You can't just be unhappy and be ungrateful with what you have now. Because believe it or not, we may look at our lives and say, you know, we don't have anything. But there's people on the streets, you know, there's people that don't even have jobs or anything like that. They don't even have clothing. They're more thankful than we are.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I learned most when I went to Philippines is it's a third world country. It reminds me so much of Tonga, you know, tin houses, you know, most of the houses are like half burnt and like stuff like that. There's some nice areas, but you know, every time we drive on the bus, I'd always get emotional because I'm like, man, I haven't been home in like 7 to 8 years. And this is like, it's reminding me of it. People sleeping on the street. It's like, it's sad. But at the same time, they're the most smiling. Like they're always smiling at you, you know. So it's just a warming feeling when you see that, and it just makes you more grateful for what you have. So as I return back, you know, I learn to be more grateful in the little things that I have.
Amen. Well, you
know, thanks for those
yeah.
tips about you know your modeling background. I think me and Dale just took down a lot of points because man, just looking at you, mate, we're just like, oh wow, man, you got nice skin and you got a nice smile.
It's just the lighting. It's just the lighting.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, Henry, it's been an honor to have you on our show, and
no, pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
Yeah. Before we say thank you and let you go, is there anyone that you want to do shout outs to, or you know?
I think my parents are too old to do to listen to radios, but if they were to hear it, you know, I'd give them a shout out. You know, they're the rock to my life. You know,
don't forget me. Your number.
I haven't seen my family in 3 years. So.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah. Well, this is the perfect place, mate. Just show some love to anyone you want in the world.
Yeah, I guess just a shout out to my parents, my sisters, and their kids, and to the boys at Ray Records if they ever hear this, Lethal Paradise, Macy. You know, just everyone who's counted me as family, man. Like that's the most important thing, you know. The family in Christ is always it's thicker for me because sometimes, you know, even your blood relatives kind of, you know, don't really they're not very family like sometimes. But like when you go out, because I left home at 19, and when you go out and like you're kind of lost around the world, it's like when people take you in and they call you their brother, or they call you their son and stuff like that. It's just a warming feeling to know that God's always got your back. So shout out to everyone who's counting me as family.
Yeah, so hopefully we can stay connected and we can help push out your music as well.
Oh yeah.
So we just want to, from our Friday Night Live and our Pasifika TV and radio team, we just want to thank you for your time and your sharing tonight. It's been encouraging, and I bet like all the viewers can say that it was very informative, as well as it's good stuff to hear and good encouragement for those upcoming singers or those performers to hear your story so that they can be encouraged by it. And hearing that God is moving in your life, our prayer is that he continues to use you and guide you throughout your music journey and just your life in general, and bless you and your family. So we just want to say thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toko. If you ever come in Brisbane, man, please come and teach me and Tale how to be a model and how to sing, mate.
Yeah, 100%.
It's been a pleasure, mate. Thank you so much, and stay safe, my bro.
Thank you.
All right. See you later.
Later, Toko.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Henry Ahomana from Parramatta, who is a singer and also a nice dancer and a model. So if you guys follow him on his Instagram,